Some massacres or attempted massacres receive enormous coverage, and I think they should. I think the mass shooting in New Zealand is a story that should be reported on widely. It's very interesting and disturbing, and it's a horrific crime and a tragedy too. But others seem to get little or no media coverage, and I wonder if there's some sort of pattern. Look at this story that was highlighted by the son of the U.S. President, Donald Trump Jr. He says, "I'm not at all surprised it's getting little to no coverage. It doesn't fit the media narrative that everyone trying to come here is Mother Teresa and everyone who wants security and vetting is racist. That's how this works." And he retweeted a video, and I'll quote the video caption, video footage of the attack where the Senegalese man attempted to set a bus full of kidnapped children on fire. Video is not graphic, but you can hear the screams. I'm surprised that such a brazen hijacking in Italy is not getting wall-to-wall coverage. Well, let's take a moment to look at that film, and that tweet is correct. It is not graphic, but it is terrifying nonetheless. Here, take a look. 51 children and their chaperones who had been held hostage on a bus for 40 minutes ran free, screaming. Joining us now via Skype from Milan, Italy, is our friend Alessandra Bocchi, from whom I first noticed this news because, funny enough, it wasn't on CNN or in the New York Times. Alessandra, great to have you on the show again. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit more about this story. What city was this in Italy, and has it received prominent news coverage in Italy itself?
So this happened in Milan in northern Italy, and it was a school bus that was supposed to go to the gym after school. And the driver changed the direction of the bus and threatened the kids. He first tied them to the floor. He covered the floor with petrol to then set it on fire. And he said explicitly, I'm doing this to end the deaths in the Mediterranean. This man is of Senegalese origin. He was given Italian citizenship in 2004. He had criminal precedents for sexual offenses and for driving under the influence. So it's unclear how he managed to even be a bus driver for school children in the first place. And yes, it's tragic, and how the media has covered, or rather not covered, this story is pretty crazy. I mean, it shows the double standards that there are. If you look at the New Zealand shooting, where about 50 people were killed, if I'm not mistaken. In this case, it was 51 children who risked being burned alive. I mean, they were saved last minute by a young boy who was able to take his handcuffs off and hurt himself while doing so. He has bruises on his hands, and he managed to call the police with a phone that had accidentally fallen on the ground. There's a video of this boy. And thanks to him, these children were saved. Last minute, the police broke in the bus, and the guy threatened to, he used a lighter to set the bus on fire. So it was on fire when the children came out.
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant show. Every day I do a video monologue, and then I interview an interesting guest, and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.